Hey everybody, Dale here. In this video tutorial, I just want to show you some things you can do with your start menu over here. You click on your start button in the lower left and here's your start menu. Or on this side of the start menu in this area with all these tiles is your pinned items, and over here in this list is all your apps and programs in alphabetical order you can scroll through. You can also make this area much bigger if you want. For example, you can put your double arrows at the top of the menu here, click and drag, make it taller, make it shorter. You can do that on the right hand side, just click and drag all the way over here. Once you get it like this, you can sort them out however you want. You can also make group categories, like when you hover your mouse here, you can click. You can name these anything from productivity, internet, system, entertainment, whatever your heart desires. Let me drag this back over here. But let's open up the settings right now. Let's go down here and click on the gear for settings. Once you open that up, let me drag it over here. You can click on personalization, sorry. And over in the left column here, we can click start. Now you can see some items here that we can toggle on and off. Right over here in this column, left hand side of your start menu, you can see you got a lot of empty space here. We have our power button, our settings, our file explorer, and of course our user account where you can sign in and out. So over here we got show more tiles on start. Basically this just adds an extra row. Let me show you here. So that's on right now. I'm going to turn that off. It probably, there we go. So you can see it put everything kind of in two columns here, one for big and one for the medium here. This is kind of helpful if you click and drag this over here. It gives you an extra row. I think you can have like 4 across, 4 of these medium ones across. Try that. There we go. Then we can go, I'm going to turn that back on. Show app lists and start menu. That's on right now. That's basically all this right here. I'm going to move this back. I'm going to turn that off and you'll see what happens when we click on start. Now you just got your pinned items here. Show most used apps. That's on. Oops, let me turn this back on. Make it look a little more normal. Most used apps is right here. As you open and close programs or apps, it's going to keep a running list of the ones you use the most for quick access. However, you can turn that off if you want. Now that category is gone. Show suggestions occasionally in start. That's Microsoft is going to put suggestions in here for apps based on what kind of apps you're opening, whether it's games or productivity or whatever. Typically that one's off. Now use start full screen. When that's turned on and you click your start, you basically just put yourself in tablet mode. So let's go back to start here, back to our desktop. If you go over here to the lower right hand corner and click on your notification icon, you got tablet mode right here. I'll turn that on. You can see now when I click on start, we're in tablet mode. This will be useful if you got a touch screen device or touch laptop. These are a little more finger friendly, so to speak. I'm going to turn tablet mode back off. Go back to settings and hit use start full screen, turn it off. Now we're back to normal. So you can kind of see what that does. Now this one here, show recently opened items in jump list on start or the taskbar. Basically what that is like, for example, your Chrome or your Firefox or your Edge or your Word or whatever. When you right click on these, it's going to keep a running list of your things that you open the most, like websites or individual Word documents. I had it turned off, so I don't have any in my list right now. But that's what that does. You can also, when you right click on them in your pinned area here, it would also give you a running list. I think it's up to 10 items that it puts in that list. So I'm going to turn that back on. I'm going to turn that one back on, and those are the basics there. Now if we click on this little shortcut right here, show or choose which folders appear on start, that's going to be this area right over here to the left. So I'm going to click on that. Now you can see right now we got File Explorer and Settings turned on. That's this one and this one. The power and the user account here, that's going to stay there. So we'll turn on Documents, Downloads, Music, Pictures, Videos, If you're in and out of your network settings a lot, you can have quick access for that one. And we'll turn on the personal folder. So now when we click on the start, you can see this populated with a bunch of shortcuts. You got the documents, downloads, music, photos, videos, in your user account or personal folder. When you click that, that's basically everything in your user account here, in case you need to get in there to look for stuff or do whatever. So that's what those little shortcuts are for, or little buttons are. So now you got a few more things over here. So if you decide to, let's see, what was I going to do there? All right, let's close. I'm going to close out settings. I'm going to go over here to start. I'm going to drag this. Oop, I got to go back over to settings. Sorry, guys. Turn that one off. So we can get that down. Now, if you don't want any pinned items over here, well, let me show you how to pin stuff to that. So if we go to start and you want something pinned to it, then the calculator's already there. Let's try the feedback hub. All you got to do is right click on anything that you click or right click on in here or even on the desktop. For example, here's my printer. If I right click on it, go to pin to start right here. Pin to start, go back to my start menu, and here's my printer. So I got a shortcut there. Again, if you go into tablet mode or full screen mode, these are going to be finger friendly for you. So anything that you pin in this area over in here is going to be on the screen when you go to tablet mode. You can see how we got them here, and again, these are a little easier to get to with your fingers. And here's all your little shortcuts you put on the left here. So let me go back. Oop, turn tablet mode off. Again, if you don't have a touch screen device, that's probably not going to be that helpful. So another thing we can do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean these all out real quick. I'm just going to right click, unpin, right click, unpin. Give me a second here. I'm unpinning these. Close out the menu, open it back up. Now I just got a list of apps and all my little shortcuts right here. So if you like a cleaner look, then this is one way to go. So you can see that you can get pretty creative with your start menu here. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find some items here to pin back over there. I'm going to right click. I'm going to pin to start. Now we're going to put them back over here. Here's my settings. I'm going to do my photos, my Edge browser. Let's go down and find weather. It's here somewhere. I'm going to right click on that. So you can resize these, obviously. Let's go ahead and right click on weather. Now that's a lot. That's called a live tile. You can see it's changing my local weather. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go to resize. Now with the ones that give you live feeds like weather, photos, maybe the news, things like that, you can usually have 4 choices: small, like that, or all the way to large, like that. And there you can see a little bit more. You get an instant view of your weather. Same with your photos. We can go to resize, make that one large. Pop that up there. You can right click on these, and we're going to pin this to the taskbar, which is of course down here. So I'm going to do that. Now I got a shortcut for my Adobe Premiere down there on the taskbar. So by right clicking on these pinned items, you got quite a few different options you can do here. When you go to more, you can go to app settings in case you need to reset it. Maybe it's not working right. But like on your weather here, if you don't want to have that on, you just right click, you go to more. You can turn these live tiles on and off there. But of course, you can just click it and open it up, and there you go. So that's how you do that. Another thing you can do with most of these, like photos, for example, let's say you want a shortcut right on your desktop. You can click and hold it, slowly drag it right out onto the desktop. There, now you got a photo shortcut. And again, you can right click on them when they're on the desktop or in your start menu or pinned items area here. You can right click, go to pin to taskbar right there, and of course you can right click and unpin. Oops, I missed it there. Unpin. Now you can see that it's gone down here. So you can really got a lot of choices to customize your start menu, make it look as cluttered or as clean as you'd like. It's really up to you. So like I said, just kind of have fun with it, get it however you want. And I know a lot of people don't like these tiles and these apps over here like that. One alternative is you can go online, and there are classic or legacy menus you can download, little programs or apps that you can download and install to make this look completely different or get rid of it altogether. Let me show you one here. We'll just go over here to Google. We're going to download a thing called Classic Shell. It's right there in the results. I'm familiar with this one. I've installed it a million times. It seems to be the most stable of all the different ones that are out there. You can even pay for some. But right here is the newest, latest stable version. We'll click it. We're going to download it down here real quick. I'm going to open it up. Close my browser. I'm going to install it. Doesn't take but a second here. We don't need the README file. I'll hit finish. Now, when we click on our start button down here, you can see it looks kind of weird. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to uncheck this box here that says replace start button. Hit OK. Now you got your Windows 10 start button, but when you click it, it looks a little more classic, so to speak. Here's all programs you can click on. It looks a little more like Windows 7, for example. You can go into the settings of this thing and you can kind of go nuts with all the different things you can do here. Let's see if we go to skin. That's the Metro skin, Windows Arrow. Let's choose that one. I'll hit OK. You can see it's a little more translucent now, a little nicer look. So you can use that. You got your shutdown, all your options, just like you did in Windows 7. You can relabel these instead of this PC, for example. Let's go back to settings. Let's see, I gotta find that. All right, where'd it go? We'll go ahead and make a custom label here. Let me hide all these different settings here. Go to customize start menu. Here's this PC. Let's go ahead and right click on this. I right clicked on it. I'm going to go to edit item. On the label here, I'll just type my computer. You can name it anything you want, basically, as you can see. Hit OK. Control panel right now is set to expand out like this. Some people don't like that, so if you want, you can go to control panel here, and where it says display as menu, click on that. You can display as a link. Oops, now we go back here. Now we got my computer. It's going to take us to our legacy control panel, which a lot of people still like instead of PC settings. So I'm going to close that out. So that's one way you can get rid of the Windows 10 menu if you don't like it. It's really up to you. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and don't forget, subscribe. See you next time.